However, this is a defense that has ranked 3rd in EPA per play since 2022. In that same stretch, offense 32nd in EPA per play since 2022. What's changed since 2022? Competent quarterback play.
The New York Jets just recently had the green and white scrimmage. Things are really starting to ramp up, and there have been some surprising players that are really starting to make a name for themselves. I feel like this coming season almost has like 2 years of anticipation to it, because last season we didn't get to see the team's true colors after Aaron Rodgers went down with that devastating injury 30 seconds into the first game. In this video, I'm going to give you the full breakdown and what you realistically can expect from the Jets in 2024. We're going to be talking about everything going on in training camp and so much more. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 40K subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so starting off, let's talk about some of the training camp standouts. The first has been Allen Lazard. He has been a consistent standout at training camp and has caught multiple touchdowns and has been praised by numerous reporters and the coaching staff for his performance. Lazard's connection with quarterback Aaron Rodgers, dating back to their time with the Green Bay Packers, has been particularly noteworthy. Garrett Wilson has also made a strong impression early in camp. His fast start and ability to make plays have been highlighted, making him one of the key players to watch as the camp progresses. Another guy that's been doing pretty good is Tyron Smith, who has been managing his workload effectively. Similar to his strategy with the Dallas Cowboys last season, his performance and ability to establish cohesion with the offensive line are critical for the Jets' success. And then Quantez Stingers has also emerged as a standout in the defensive backfield. His performance in the early practices has been pretty impressive, making him also a player to watch as the camp continues. Now to move to some of the negatives, Israel Abanikanda has been noted as a player who has struggled during the camp so far, and Will McDonald, despite showing some promise in his rookie season, has also had a challenging start to the training camp. His performance has been under scrutiny, and he has been listed among the players who need to improve. Alright, now let's talk about what the expectations are for this team in 2024. So the Jets are striving to return to the playoffs for the first time since 2010. This goal is significant as they seek to end the longest active playoff drought in American professional sports, having not made the postseason in over a decade. But lately, they have been showing some promise. Really, a lot of this season's success is in the hands of Aaron Rodgers, and nobody really knows what to expect with him coming back from that injury at his age. But according to many, he progressed unlike anyone they have ever seen before. Here's what the media had to say.
If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy this year, and I know we don't have any guarantee on that. Yeah, we heard from Robert Saleh. He said that he looks like he hasn't missed any time. It's training camp. He's in practice right now. He just went through a 90-minute scrimmage over the weekend and apparently looked pretty good. If he can stay healthy, he is the X factor in all of this because they're lost at quarterback without him. Look at what happened after the 4 plays last year and the quarterbacks that they had to cycle through.
And in terms of the rookies to look out for this season, first up is Olu Fashanu, the Jets' first-round pick and highly touted tackle from Penn State. Fashanu is expected to be the future of the Jets' offensive line. While he may not start immediately, he'll learn behind veteran Tyron Smith, an 8-time Pro Bowler. Fashanu's impressive pass blocking skills, ranking in the 93rd percentile among college tackles, makes him a player to watch as he develops throughout the season. Coach Robert has expressed excitement about Fashanu's potential once he gets into training camp with pads on. Next we have Malachi Corley, the wide receiver drafted in the 3rd round from Western Kentucky. Corley is viewed as a perfect fit for the Jets offense, particularly in the slot position. His ability to gain yards after the catch, demonstrated by forcing 63 missed tackles in his collegiate career, makes him a dynamic addition to the receiving corps. With the Jets looking to improve their passing game, Corley could see significant targets early in the season, especially after the team struggles with slot receivers last year. Finally, let's talk about Braylon Allen, the running back from Wisconsin selected in the 4th round. Allen is poised to step into the role of RB2 behind Breece Hall. Known for his physical running style and impressive stats, averaging 5.4 yards per carry and rushing for 12 touchdowns last season, Allen brings a powerful presence to the backfield. His commitment to pass blocking will also be crucial as he competes for playing time against fellow rookies and returning players. Now to talk about some of the players the Jets acquired this offseason, we have defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, who signed a 1-year deal worth just over $7 million. Kinlaw, a former 1st-round pick, struggled with injuries in San Francisco, but showed flashes of his potential last season. Coach Robert Saleh, familiar with Kinlaw from his time with the 49ers, is betting on him to bolster the Jets' interior defensive line. If Kinlaw can stay on the field, he could be a valuable rotational piece alongside Quinnen Williams. Mike Williams joins the Jets on a one-year deal worth up to $15 million. Williams is expected to be a reliable wide receiver 2 opposite of Garrett Wilson. His experience and playmaking ability will add depth to the Jets receiving core, giving Aaron Rodgers another weapon in the passing game if he can figure out how to stay on the field. And then Tyrod Taylor, the veteran quarterback, signed a 2-year, $12 million contract to serve as Aaron Rodgers' backup. Taylor brings experience and mobility even at his older age, making him an above-average insurance guy in my book. And while the Jets hope Rodgers stays healthy, having a capable backup like Taylor is crucial for any team with playoff aspirations, because we all saw what happened last year with Zach Wilson. I think Taylor is definitely a tad above him, but I'm also a biased Browns fan and watched him tie the Steelers in week 1 to end our losing streak back in 2018. Alright, so now I truly want to look at what the front office has put together on offense as a whole. So we all know that Aaron Rodgers is the captain of this ship, and next to him, the running back room consists of Breece Hall and Allen. I think Hall has a lot of upside to become one of the best backs in the league this year, but we will just have to wait and see. And all of a sudden, when you're looking at the receiving room, you got Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Xavier Gibson, and Allen Lazard. So this is shaping up to be a top 15 to top 10 receiving core in the league, depending on health. And Garrett Wilson put up over 1,000 yards with some pretty poor quarterback play last season. As for the defense, it's definitely the strong point of this team, with guys like Sauce Gardner leading the way. And they were just recently deemed the second best defense in the entire NFL, so the unit once again should be pretty fun to watch. The Jets defense ranked second in passing yards and third in total yards allowed per game. Moving on to looking at the schedule that the Jets have in front of them in 2024, they open up the season against the 49ers. That's going to be a pretty tough game that I honestly don't really see them winning, but with the Ayuk situation, that does give them a little less offensive firepower, but I still think the Niners will be the heavy favorite in this one. In week 2, they get the Tennessee Titans. I personally am one of those few people that do believe in the Titans this year. I like the guys they brought in, but between the Niners game and this one, I think the Jets will probably be 1-1. And then in week 3, they get the Patriots, which should be a pretty easy win, but it is the NFL, and you have to take every single game pretty seriously. And then the next 5 weeks are all very winnable games. So the Jets easily could be like 5-2 to start out the season, but the ending of the year is pretty brutal, with games against teams like the Dolphins, Bills, Seahawks, Rams, and Colts. To have a shot at making the playoffs, I think the Jets need to get 10 wins. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Here's what the media has to say.
Overall, you have the Jets going 12-5.
I do.
Winning the division.
I do.
And making the playoffs and ending the playoff drought.
Ending the playoff drought. I just think this is the team. A lot of people, like you said last year, were on the Jets hype train because Aaron Rodgers was there.
That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point. And if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly means the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.